Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Problems of adultery among teenagers. 3 reasons the topic was chosen. 1. Emotional stress refers to the psychological burden a person experiences as a result of feelings of stress, agitation. In the context of adultery, emotional stress can be a factor that drives a person. Second, lack of religious education is a lack of understanding and knowledge. The doctrine of religion that guide the individual to live a life with the right moral and ethical principles. Third, the lack of social supervision refers to the lack of societal supervision of individual behavior.
Introduction. Adultery among teenagers has long been a topic of debate throughout the country, especially Muslim countries. Adultery in terms of Sharia means the relationship body between a man and a woman illegally. Islam forbids adultery and imposes punishment on the perpetrator because adultery is an act that destroys family institution. In Islamic law, the punishment for adultery is only imposed when it is committed voluntarily as a couple. If this happens under duress, such as rape, the punishment is exempt. God and the Messenger forbid people to stay away from anything that leads to adultery. Adultery is an act which is vile and belongs to one of the major sins on the side of Islam. The act of adultery is one of the bad root that will plunge the adulterator inside hell. Here is a hadith about adultery. An Abi Hurairah qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam idza zana ar-rajulu kharaja minhu al-iman fa kana alayhi al-qazlati fa idza inqata'a raja'a ilayhi al-iman, which means when a person commits adultery, faith leaves him. So he must guard himself from committing adultery, and when he stops from committing adultery, then faith returns to him. Problem or issues. Social problems such as adultery can damage the character and identity of the youth. This can happen because teenagers are now more susceptible to pornographic materials and free association through the internet and social media. This increases the risk of engaging in adultery. This act of adultery will cause greater social problems in the future, such as the occurrence of pregnancy of children out of wedlock, the abandonment of the baby, and the subsequent occurrence of cases of children of inferior status. This incident should be more than enough to open the eyes of the general public that sexual misconduct, or more precisely adultery, is spreading, including among Malay teenagers. Here are some evidence about adultery among teenagers and also the bad impact in social problems that also will happen if they involve themselves in adultery.
Such question. 1. What are the boundaries that adolescents need to guard in the relationship between man and woman to avoid adultery? And how can adolescents build healthy relationship without breaking religious bond? 2. What is the meaning of zina according to Islam? Why is zina considered wrong in Islam? And what steps can be taken by parents and educators to prevent zina among adolescents? 3. How can peer pressure and the influence of social media encourage teenagers to commit adultery? And what is the best way of adolescents to cope with peer stress that invites them to act adolescently?
Research objective. Firstly, be able to find out about the factors of adultery among teenagers. Secondly, able to identify issues related to the effects of adultery on adolescents. Lastly, to identify the cause of the increased adultery among teenagers, and also to find the proper solution to prevent the problem of adultery among teenagers from becoming more prevalent.
For the content, we will focus the cause of premarital sex among teenagers and the effect of premarital sex. First, for the cause of premarital sex among teenagers is parental negligence. Parent negligence due to being busy with work cause children to lack affection. This leads children to prefer communicating with their peers or through social media. This is the main cause of all issues related to premarital sex among teenagers. Second, we have a peer influence. During adolescence, dependence on parents decrease as the teenagers seek independence and want to try new things. Therefore, they tend to follow their friend footsteps such as engage in free social interaction just to be accepted. The problem arises when the teenagers follow the negative footsteps of their friend. Third, we have social media influence. The mass media provide too much freedom and space for immoral elements if misused, which can trigger negative influences on teenagers and potentially lead to their personal downfall. While viewing social media, there are many negative broadcasts, and the effect of premarital sex is teenagers will loss of shame, spread of disease, birth of illegal children from premarital sex. Methodology. This research topic requires a comprehensive examination of adultery on teenagers. Qualitative method help us to know more information about increase and cause of adultery. Qualitative method provide us to analysis data and graph, news and text document. The information must holistic, make sense and authentic source while conducting the study. Besides that, data collection method. The target population, teenagers is 13 to 19 from diverse background. We will use internet source as a platform to collect information about relationship history, experience with infidelity, and emotional responses. This is because information can be obtained through the internet using a website.
I want to talk about cause of adultery among teenagers. Firstly, lack of sexual education. Teenagers may not receive adequate sexual education. Why? Without a clear understanding of the consequence and responsibility associated with adultery, teenagers may engage in such behavior impulsively or without fully comprehending the impact. Secondly, lack of family supervision and support. A lack of communication and family support can lead teenagers to seek love and recognition through extramarital relationships. Besides that, peer influence. The influence of peers can create a sense of excitement and rebellion, attracting teenagers to engage in adulterous relationships. Moreover, mass media influence. Mass media can create unrealistic expectations about love and relationships, leading teenagers to seek excitement and validation through adulterous behavior portrayed in popular culture. Lastly, lack of moral value and religious guidance. A lack of awareness of the sin to adultery in religions can lead teenagers to engage in such behavior. I want to talk about proper solution adultery among teenagers. Firstly, media literacy. We must teach teenagers to critically analyze media representation of relationships and sexuality. After that, community support. We can also promoting healthy relationships and preventing adultery among teenagers. Moreover, parental guidance. The parents must give more guidance to their children with fostering open communication with their teenagers about relationship and sex. Lastly, social media awareness. We as an adult must teach them to use social media responsibly and to maintain